Right-wing radio host Mark Levin is going to attack liberals for pointing out the obvious in the Charleston terror attack. Let's listen.
Yet again, we are dragged through the left's agenda. The focus is taken off of where it should be. The country is refocused on the left's agenda. That's the issue. Constantly. Gun control, then the Confederate flag. And we're all racists. It's in our DNA, and we all pulled the trigger. I mean, that's essentially what's been going on here. The Democrats control the agenda. Did you know that yesterday the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee warned that America is dealing with, quote, the highest threat level we've ever faced in this country, unquote? See, that's just too tough for Obama to handle. And by the way, Father's Day, he's playing golf in California and his kids are away in Italy. What the hell's that all about? But I want to get into this because we must, not because I want to. The nation has come together over the slaughter of these 9 human beings. And Obama's doing everything he can, as is his party, as are the media, to yet again divide us. What the hell does the Confederate flag have to do with any of this? Nothing.
Excuse you? The Confederate flag has nothing to do with this. The Confederate flag has nothing to do with this. You want to revise that comment, son? Show the pictures. Okay. How many times have we shown these on air before? That would be Dylan Root with the Confederate flag. Oh, look, there's more of him with the Confederate flag. Oh, look, there's him burning the American flag. This is a guy who was open about his racism. He was open about his love for apartheid South Africa and Rhodesia, the racist state. This is a guy, here, let me read you some stuff from Dylan Root here, and you can see what the Confederate flag has to do with this, Marky Mark. Quote, I have no choice. I am not in the position to alone go into the ghetto and fight. I chose Charleston because it is the most historic city in my state, and at one time had the highest rate of blacks to whites in the country. We have no skinheads, no real KKK, no one doing anything but talking on the internet. Well, someone has to have the bravery to take it to the real world, and I guess that has to be me. The in-depth report on this, when they looked into his website and they did more research, we found out, quote, Dylan Root learned from the website of the far-right Council of Conservative Citizens, also known as the CCC. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? The council is an offshoot of a 1950s-era organization that fought school desegregation. So he learned from that website. You know who that website contributed money to? Rand Paul, Ted Cruz, other Republican politicians. Some of them gave the money back to their credit. Others have not given it back. But the idea that, what does this have to do with the Confederate flag? What you're seeing is a guy who is essentially a Confederate fundamentalist. He is a white supremacist fundamentalist. He's no different than the Charlie Hebdo shooters who literally believed in Sharia and Wahhabism and a fundamentalist interpretation of Islam and just did a direct implementation of that. This is the same guy with a white supremacist ideology. That's what we're looking at here. So he's the conservative id. He's the Southern id in the sense that he says, no, you guys might say you believe in the Confederacy. No, I believe in the Confederacy. I believe in what it stood for. Slavery, white supremacy, all these horrendous things. I believe in that. And then what did he do? Again, a straightforward implementation of that. I love how Mark said at the beginning, he's like, look at these Democrats making the irrational link between what this guy did and gun control and the Confederate flag. Irrational links. You saw the fucking pictures with the Confederate flags. We're not making a link. The link is made for us. For us. Again, if there's an ISIS guy holding a jihadi flag after slaughtering 9 people, would Mark Levin say, oh, there the liberals go again, saying ISIS did this? They're holding the flag. Of course they did. He kills people and holds up a Confederate flag. He goes, I see no connection to the Confederacy. Well, then you're a fucking idiot. I don't know what you want me to tell you. You're an idiot then. And on the point of gun control, at first we heard his dad bought him a gun for his birthday. And, okay, well, gun control couldn't have stopped this because the father bought it, he didn't buy it, yada, yada, etc. In the article from the New York Times, 2 days ago we learned that's not true. He got money from his parents for his birthday, and he went and bought the guns. You know, maybe a background check would have, I don't know, found out that this guy was operating a racist website called TheLastRhodesian.com, where he spoke about his bloodlust to kill black people. If you had a real background check, you could find out that this guy's zonked out on all these different drugs. He was probably going through withdrawal at one point or another. He had mental issues. He runs a racist website. If you had a background check, you could have prevented it. Again, we're not bringing gun control into the conversation. It's already there. We're pointing it out. But notice, when it's people who are more linked with his ideology, the tap dance starts, you know. When it's a Muslim who does terrorism, talk about the link with ideology, blame all day long, say it's representative of the group. When it's people who are more closely affiliated with his ideology, which is conservatism, then he's like, well, come on, lone nut, had depression, crazy person, not representative of the Confederacy, even though he's literally holding up a Confederate flag, and the Confederacy was most known for trying to secede from America and doing slavery. And then finally, I just found it hilarious, because it shows you the intelligence Mark Levin has when he says, can you believe Father's Day, Obama's playing golf and his kids are somewhere else? Yeah, I can. You're outraged by that? But there's his morality in a nutshell, right? Is his outrage directed at the shooting and the killing? No. His outrage is directed at Democrats for pointing out facts about the shootings. And his outrage is saved for President Obama because he golfed. Yeah, your moral compass is broken.